Heyo, I'm Angie, and welcome to Willo'Wisp. On Willo'Wisp, we are making an off-tone cur, off-tropical jungle cur, and off-fairy cur island. And as you can see, I have been working on fixing our villager roster. Say hello to Jude. And she's sweet. She's all sweet. Today, we are going to figure out the tone aesthetic. Now, Tom Nook is super interested in the nature and beauty and the fairies of the island. He wants to create a world-renowned research and museum and conservation area for these fairies. But Tom Nook, as an accountant, an evil accountant, well, I'm not too sure if they're evil, but they're controlling all his money. And unfortunately, just because you might be evil does not mean that you're not right sometimes. And this accountant has declared that to have a grand museum and a beautiful conservation area, we need funding. Conservation areas and museums are not cheap, unfortunately. But what you might expect is true. There is tons of money in real estate and capitalism. Ooh. But because Tom Nook wants to create a conservation area and maintain the natural beauty of the island, the next best thing is a tourist destination. Well, the accountant has agreed that if we can make this tourist destination profitable, he will consider it, or she will consider it. Right? Right. So when it comes to tourist destinations, aesthetics are important. Also, a reason to come to the place is also super important. An island that just has a fairy conservation is not very tourist-like. We need shops. We need buildings. We need an hotel, because we do not want to expand this community. We do not want to develop this area into a thriving capitalist conglomerate. We want to keep the tourists in a certain area where they can spend all their money so we can fund the conservation area. To get approved for this tourist destination and the research for the natural fairies of the island and the conservation area, we need to get approved by ISBL. Therefore, we are making a mock-up. A simple demonstration of the aesthetics of the island. Now, there are a lot of materials that we can use, but locally sourced materials like wood would be better because it's totally less expensive. I'm pretty sure it's less expensive. Paint, decoration, all that lovely stuff. It's gotta look nice, you know, for all the selfies on social media. I'll make the rules. It's just true. Can't take an aesthetic selfie picture at a tourist destination. The tourist destination is definitely doing it wrong. Ego boop. Now, we want people to feel like they've been transported to a beautiful tropical tone with luxuries and perfect aesthetics. We need this place to be all matchy-matchy and stuff. Our native fruit is oranges. Big, beautiful oranges. Therefore, orange is definitely going to be a color in our color scheme. The sky is blue. Therefore, blue just makes sense. Also, beige tones. A beautiful beige tones reminding you of the sands, the beaches, you know, and then green, right? Because grass is green. All right. That's our color scheme. But when I was thinking, well, what kind of decorations this tourist wanted of and what decorations I would be using the most, Monstera plant. Probably going to be the most prevalent item in this color scheme. We got this beautiful natural brown shade, which ties into all the nature and the wood tones. Fan palms. Very jungle cur, very beautiful, very versatile kind of plant. It comes in a bunch of different neutral colors like black and the brown and the white as well. And then of course, going with our color scheme, we have the coffee plant, a beautiful kind of turquoisey blue color, the yucca, which comes in a lot of different pot planter colors, and the cacao tree, which has orange and yellow aspects to it as well. Almost forgot yellow. Yellow is the color of the sun, which is rising as we speak, kind of in the corner there. Or is it on the other side? Yeah, or there. It's rising. Very beautiful. Well, we have all these natural aspects of a beautiful tropical jungle touristy tone. And we can't forget the Shifura. The Shifura is just a classic beautiful plant, and I want it. And we're not giving up on it because it's absolutely gorgeous. We need this in our aesthetic. It needs to be part of the aesthetic. It comes in all these gorgeous natural toned planter boxes. Ego boop. That one's white. Goes with, it's just neutral color. White is just a super neutral color. We stick it everywhere, right? Right. And we got florist stands. They look super tropical with the bright yellow of the sun. Tropicalness is all bursts of color and delicious fruits and flowers and awesomeness. We got the wedding stand. And this also comes in a very nice neutral white, but brings that tropicalness to it. It's got monsteras. It's got fan palms. It's got lilies. It's got everything. It's got everything that we're looking for our island aesthetic. We could have little tree planter boxes around, you know, make it look good. We got a couple of colors, got the natural wood tones for that one, and we got the beautiful blue for that one. And now we can kind of start thinking about the actual aesthetic of the tone. Like, what kind of community is Willo'Wisp? Probably one that respects the environment. So a lot of bicycling, probably all smaller tone. And these bicycles come in a whole bunch of different colors. You can rent them all. We got the white, we got the orange, got the blue. They match perfectly well with our color scheme. We got little scooters. I assume they are electrical. So we got the yellow, white, green, and blue aesthetic for these scooters that could be parked around, maybe little rental scooters for the tourists. And then of course we don't want to be living in the dark ages or in the dark, so we get some street lamps. Got the rolling street lamp in white, or possibly a more classic street lamp like this. Just a street lamp. I kind of like this one a little bit better. Looks pretty classy. Looks like the accountant would put in the extra funds to have that, you know, cute little tone aesthetic. Make people want to come and take the selfies. We need some leisure, you know, sitting around drinking your pina colada. These Moroccan sofas of the greens, the blues, the yellows, the oranges, and then they probably have like luau's or something touristy. We got orange, we got the yellow and the green and that palm tree, and then this one is the orange and the green. It all just kind of melds together in this very natural yet sophisticated, very touristy kind of feel. They're probably gonna want to sit poolside, you know. And this is the white and the beautiful sky blue and the ocean blue, which I think would be a great tourist attraction. Hotels with pools, right? It's gotta be. Probably some poolside seating with the blues and the whites. Oh, we're getting somewhere. And speaking of leisure activities, this is an island, so surfing probably gonna be a pretty big part of the community. You know, I'll have some surfing teachers, let them ride some waves, and they have all these beautiful colors, including this natural wood tone one. And this is an island after all, with a gorgeous beach and a gorgeous ocean. There's going to be beautiful seashells in their beautiful natural colors. And yes, as you can see, there is some pink making its way into this color scheme, just as a pop of color of the very natural dark wood browns, light browns, yellows, blues, sky blues, and these gorgeous yellows all kind of melding together to create that cohesive look. And of course, because this is a tourist town, we're probably going to need kiosks and shops, places for these tourists to spend their money. Right? We need their money. Well, these go perfectly well with our color schemes, right? Bright, tropical, cute, amazing. All the corner tables that match up and just make it look that much more inviting. Like so. Get our garden chairs on. Maybe they could sit here, have a drink. They come in orange, blue, and yellow. And I'm pretty sure it comes in white. Get the gazebo. These can be splotted around. I think they look very tropical. They match the color scheme very well. Keep our guests cool with some luxury fans. Right? Got off fans, otherwise you'll overeat. We don't want them overeating. Okay, we want them spending their money so we can fund our conservation area and our museum. Got these bathroom stalls. They could change in them, get their bathing suits on. You know, do a little tinkle, that kind of stuff. Off services like laundry services, complimentary, housekeeping. These come in beautiful colors. And of course, these services are not free, okay? Just because I say complimentary does not mean it's not built into, you know, the cost of coming to the resort and enjoying everything. Call it complimentary, so they think they're getting it for free, but they pay for it. They pay for it. These kind of things make everyone happy. We got this. Oh no, oh, this is gonna make everyone happy, but it definitely looks like it belongs with the aesthetic. We got ice cream. Got off a tropical island with little ice cream. That's where that pink comes back in, and bop. And there's our blue. If we wanted to, I could get that too. Those are the little blues, little ice cream shops, this kind of thing. This is the aesthetic. I mean, this is like the touristy aesthetic. You gotta imagine that all this is going on as well, right? And those colors go on with these colors fantastically, making people want to spend their money. Therefore, funding the conservation area and the research. I think it's a great idea. I hope the accountant thinks it's a great idea too, because that would just be the bee's knees. Got a couple life rings. They match the color theme pretty well. Of course, each shop or storefront or hotel room or balcony or whatever you want to call it can have its own kind of unique aesthetic. It doesn't all have to be like completely matchy, as long as it goes with the color scheme. And that's so, right? Perfect. Gorgeous. These chairs are almost too perfect. Plus, you can change the cushion. You change the cushion to whatever you want. You can reupholster it. Little rusty stools, put your feet up. These come in some gorgeous colors, all matchy, right? Or they could be side tables, whatever. That's the aesthetic. The aesthetic has come along. Get some of these, right? Bring that pink in, because we all like some floaties and flamingos of the island. I mean, we won't have them by the bathroom, because that seems cruel and unusual, but you know what I mean. Well, more leisure activities, magazines. Well, that's a little bit of a teal, but I still think it goes with the vibe. You know what I mean? It goes with the vibe. Very vibrant. Those come in a bunch of different colors, and you know, you could use the back of it, make a little bit more interest. It matches. It just matches. The important part is that it matches a cohesive island. Even the lifeguard chairs are in the aesthetic. Now, I am no stranger to making fake buildings or city cur. Definitely not a stranger to city cur, but I love the amazing machine. It looks too much like a rooftop or like an air conditioning unit. And these come in some pretty tropical colors. You like mix and match. That's the aesthetic, eh? It's the aesthetic. I got this and that beautiful sun yellow. I got this, which is also yellow. That sun yellow, right? It's the aesthetic. The aesthetic. Yellow privacy, you know? That thing, that's pretty the aesthetic. Pretty sure. And all of this goes with the Monsuras. Like, you couldn't even mess up if you tried, right? And go boop. See? Perfect. I mean, it's not even done right, and it looks good. Same with any of the other plants, like the kale plant, any of the fan palm, not farm font. Yeah, this I think is the aesthetic. This looks fantastic. I absolutely adore this. And I think it's great. I think that the pitch for this tropical tone to be a touristy area where we're gonna make a lot of money. You know, tourists spending all their money. Therefore, we don't have to develop the entire island. We could just offer tourist town, and they can come and they can go, and they can spend all their money, take nothing but photos, leave nothing but footprints. Well, you know what? Take nothing but photos, leave nothing but all your money, and a very handsome tip. All of that. I think that's a good idea. All right. Also, we gotta look into fencing. We got all sorts of different fencing that can match up perfectly with the aesthetic. Let's just stick it over here, actually. Yeah, let's stick some. Bop. See? Blue. Perfect blue. We got this yellow, goes perfectly with the theme as well. All sorts of colors. That one's just white. White goes with everything, pretty much. That one's wooden. That definitely goes with the aesthetic. Corrugated fencing. You know, it kind of looks like a beach liner. And that comes in a few different colors as well, right? We got the blue, and then the lattice fencing, I think it comes in a beautiful yellow, just a very soft yellow, that sun yellow. The aesthetic, it's the aesthetic. What can you do, right? You can't do nothing. It's the aesthetic. What are you gonna do? Nothing. You're gonna accept the aesthetic and you just like match them up. I think that it's a lot of layering, a lot of matching will look pretty good all over the place. All the different colors of the rainbow, and by of the rainbow I mean blue and white and yellow and a little bit of pink. I think I got a pink fence somewhere too. Pink is like a little pop color, right? We want pink to be an far and few in between. I know there's a lot of pink over here, but this stuff is going to be like accents to the tonescape, which is going to be a majority of this, right? It's going to majority, it's gonna look like this, right? It's gonna have this aesthetic with the nice and natural tones, and then we're gonna get some pink in there with like flamingos, and then we have all those colors, the orange and the white and the yellow in floors, and of course some pink floors, some orange floors, some really bright blues and oranges for that like jungle feel. Then we have these like softer pinks and these brighter pinks for that tropical feel, and a little bit softer when we don't want the floors to, you know, stick out. We want them to be wool floors, and the greens, and just these nice bluish white floors as well. I think that for the tone side of the island, I really like this color scheme, and I hope that Isabel, who is definitely working for the accountant, agrees that this is a great plan for a tourist home that'll fund all of our research and fairy conservation. I think so. I think it's a good aesthetic. It's kind of obviously everything is just thrown around, but these are definitely the main items that I want to use to create the aesthetic. And also I am on the hunt for decals to go along with this, like roads and path decals. This is gonna look so much more professional when we actually start construction. Obviously, we need permission to start construction. Therefore, we need the mock-up, because construction costs money, and the accountant likes to save money, and therefore we need to get approved. Right? Right. Exactly. All right. Okay. Let's go get judged by Isabel and the accountant. I need my island evals, please. Right now, Willo'Wisp has a 3-star rating. Allow me to read an excerpt from the feedback I gathered. Sure, Willo'Wisp, man. You know how chill it is? I go if I had the chance. KS. Whoa. Whoa. Are you excited, Tom? Your dreams of meeting KK Slider and preventing development from destroying the entire natural area of the island by creating a tourist town where people spend lots of money to fund your conservation and museum. How exciting is that? What? Dude, this is the plan. We're attracting KK Sliders, so more tourists will come to the island, so we don't have to develop the island. We can keep a conservation area in the back and tourists come as well. Come on. Keep on track. We submitted this all to the accountant already. Strike while the iron is hot, they say. So, What do you say? Yeah, what do you say, Tom Nook? What do you say? I'll do the concert. That's right, KK Slider's coming here. Woo! Can you believe it? We finally turned our goal into reality. And now that we got KK Slider performing here, we're gonna be rolling in money to fund our conservation area and our museum and research into fairies, of course. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so awesome. Yes. Okay, okay. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh. Okay. To tomorrow. Yay. Woo. Yes. Woo. Ooh. Old Tom Nook. What? KK is apparently very fond of our island now. Is gonna perform a show here every Saturday evening from now on. Oh my gosh, they can't let you pay for KK Slider every Saturday. That was in the budget. That's a big deal, Tom Nook. That's a big deal. I'm glad we had this talk, Andy. On behalf of Nick Incorporated, I'm excited about our continued partnership and your Willo'Wisp plans. Thank you. Yay. Ooh. It's gonna be so great. We're gonna have a beautiful town. KK is gonna play. We're off so many tourists, and we're gonna have a beautiful fairy conservation area, and it's gonna be epic. Super epic. But now it is time to clean up, to make room for construction and the development of a gorgeous off-tone cur, off-fairy cur, off-tropical jungle cur island, and make all of me and Tom Nook's dreams come true. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers!